Hey folks, it's Jelly Beans here, and I'm here to talk to you today about my experience in the 12 Tribes cult / community, and 6 reasons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reasons why I would never return to the 12 Tribes cult. No sir, no thank you, I'm good. So I'll tell you some specific reasons in which I have came up with. But first, before we get into that, please like my video if you do, and subscribe to my channel, and make sure to comment if you have anything to say about this topic or any of the other topics that I talk about on my channel. So here we are outside in the fall. This tree was really beautiful like 2 or 3 days ago, and it still is, but a lot of the leaves have fallen off, but we're just sitting in the backyard here. So 6 reasons, huh? Oh, make sure to check the links below too, because there might be some valuable information that you might think is good for you too, so check it out. Okay, so basically I was in the cult for like 8 years of my life. I joined right after college, a little bit before I finished college actually. So right in my prime. I was pretty distraught in life at that time, and they gave me a lot of answers, and so I joined, and I got married about 2 years after I joined, started having kids, and then 8 years later I am out of there, and now I have a good hindsight vision about how things were, and now I can pass those things on to you, because I think what I went through is valuable to other people as well. So here we go. Number 1, the freedom of choice. It's a simple thing, and we take advantage of it every day, take it for granted. When it comes of freedom of choice of when to wake up, what clothes to wear, what you have to eat, what your schedule looks like, who you interact with during the day, what you get done, so many different things we choose every day, what we spend our time doing, what we spend our time thinking about. All of those things are our own, and when you're in the 12 tribes, all of those things are not your own anymore. So they have schedules for you. They have certain clothes that they wear, and certain foods that they eat, and all these things, and there's some things that are healthy and good, and you know, you can judge it if it's good or bad, whatever, but the basis is that your choice is not available anymore. And I'm a big advocate for choice. I don't like to judge other people's choices, but I really value me being able to make my own choice for myself. Number 2, numbre dos. The second one is mind control. Just what you are allowing into the way you think, and the way you do think, and what you believe, and all those things. In the cult, there's no outside influence, like in the realm of like 0. There's no books, no music, no internet, no TV, no videos, nothing really that is there from the outside world that they are allowed to bring in. So as far as mind control goes, they have complete control over what you think and what you hear and what you believe, and that's part of the deal, is you have to give up all those things that you believe or you think or you have different opinions on. You give it up, and you have to pretty much believe what they tell you. So there's no thinking for yourself, there's no outside influence in any realm, it's all what they tell you, and that's how it is. So that's another reason. Number, let's see, 1, 2, 3. You have to cut all your relationships off that you've had. Like, even, that's a hard one, man. Like, I had parents in the same town actually, and they were not supportive of me joining the group, which I completely understand then, and especially now. But so it's basically, if you have people in the world that you have relationships with, you are told to, if they're not supportive, you need to cut them off and not speak to them anymore, which is really harsh, and it's a really hurtful thing to do, especially to your family and friends. So that would be another reason I would never join, is I love my family and I love my friends, and they do not deserve to be cut off because of my choices. So that's number 3. Number 4, the method of raising children. And again, I come at this place not from a place of judgment, like you have to raise your kids the way you want to and the way you think is right. But that's what you don't get to do in the cult, is you don't get to raise them the way you want to. You raise them the way the cult tells you to raise them. And I do not agree. I don't agree personally with their method. Simple enough. There's a lot of spanking. There's no playing with toys. It's very controlled. It's a really harsh way to raise kids, in my perspective. I really wasn't able to be the mother that I could be, especially for my oldest, who was born there and raised there till he was 4. And I'm seeing a lot of repercussions even just from that. Just that amount of control and strain, and really it's just anxiety and pressure that comes from that, and an emotional disattachment, and there's a lot of different things that come from it. But personally, I do not do that anymore, nor would I never do it again. Number 5 is there was a huge part of their gospel was that you're not supposed to think about yourself. You're supposed to be thinking of others, how to help, how to serve God, how to be God's people, and like serve and not think about yourself. But I mean, that means that I'm not taken care of. I learned to not take care of myself ultimately, and that led to exhaustion and just depletement. And it was I'm still learning right now how to take care of myself and allowing myself to do that, because ultimately, like, you're told over and over, like, don't think about yourself. But I think at this point, I think it's incredibly important to take care of yourself and to do what makes you happy, you know, you can't do that there at all. I think that's like, if you're the head of the household and you don't take care of yourself, how are you supposed to be able to raise your children to take care of themselves? It doesn't make sense. So the head has to be the one who leads from example by taking care of myself and allowing my kids to grow up in that way as well. So I think it's a very important thing for me to take care of myself, and that is not their perspective in the 12 tribes. And number 6 is the last but final but really important one too. I believe that I can hear from God through me, from me to me, me. Like, I have the complete ability to connect to God myself. And when I joined the cult, I gave that away to them and said, okay, I believe that you can be the ones to hear from God for me. So I was like the third party, you know what I mean? Like God could speak to me, but ultimately it comes through the other people in the cult, and especially like the leadership and things like that. And I mean, I'm never going to give my power, authority, and responsibility and decisions away to another group or another person anymore, because I'm the one that's in charge of my life and no one else is. And if I give that power away, it's hard to come back from. So I believe that I can hear directly from him, her, it, the spirit, all those things. I don't need someone else to tell me what God thinks about me or what I should do. I'm in touch with myself enough to know that, and to have confidence and to know that I'm on the right path and whatnot. So, yeah, shoot, man. There's an example that I can give you. So, this is when I was gonna get married. I started liking this man. This man started liking me. Long story. The point is, I got married to this dude, had 3 kids with him, and we got divorced some years after we got married. Really not too long, really, after we got married. We were separated. And then I went back years later just to come clean and just to have a conversation with the leaders that kind of ordered me to leave, and just to get stuff off my chest and have more peace about things, you know. And they were like, we should have never let you marry this dude, and we should have known better, and all these things. But shoot, man, that's my life that you're talking about. Oh, sorry, like, we made a mistake with you like allowing and causing a marriage to happen, and really to have the whole course of my life change because I have kids now. Like, sorry, you made a mistake. Like, if you can hear from God, you better make sure you're right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a prime example of why it's like, I'm not giving my authority or power or decision making to anyone else. Like, I'm in charge of me, and I'm in charge of my kids to some degree as well. And I ain't giving that away, and I'm never going back to those 12 tribes. Still, the people there, love them. They're my friends. We spent years of our lives together, but I am not going under another doctrine. So look around you, and you can see how you're in the realm of being sucked into a doctrine, because it's not just a cult that can use your brain and try to manipulate you. It might be going on around all over. It's interesting when you see it. I'm a lot more in tune with being able to see manipulation and in control now, which is kind of a forte of the whole thing. Anyways, so those are 6 reasons why I would never return to the 12 Tribes cult. Done. Off my shoulders, walking forward. So it's been about 6 years, I think, since we've left, and yeah, I'm so grateful to be out of there. Yay! And living my own life and being independent. So, alright folks, well, if you like my video now, you can give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I hope everything is going well for you all. If you have any questions specifically about this cult or anything, just let me know in the comments below and reach out, and I'll give you some answers or make a video about it. So, alright, hope everyone's well who's looking at this, and we'll see you next time. Okay, peace out.